This morning on DC News Now, we're tracking one more day of that unseasonably warm weather. High temperatures climbing mid to upper 70s later on this afternoon. Looking towards tomorrow, it's back to normal just in time for Election Day. Normal is right around the low 60s. More details and when the next best chance for rain is in the forecast coming up.
And this morning, last minute push how candidates are spending their final hours before Election Day.
And getting back on track, what Metro commuters need to know about reopenings along popular routes this morning.
Plus, shots fired on school grounds. What we're learning this morning and why police were called to this elementary school in Northern Virginia and how their suspect ultimately ended up in the hospital. DC News Now is just getting started this Monday morning.
The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good
Monday morning.
Well.
Good Monday morning to you. Thanks for joining us. I'm Corey James.
And I'm Shanika Grimshaw in for Tanaya Wright. We jump right into your forecast this morning as we head into the work week. Hi, Jackie Layer. How are you?
Good.
And tell us about the forecast.
Good morning, Shanika and Corey. As we're looking out at the Capitol building right now, we're just seeing the cloud cover out there. It is dry, but it's a mild start to our Monday. Those temperatures starting off right at 67 in the district, 63 in Frederick, 62 right now in Hagerstown. Low 60s over towards Martinsburg, Winchester, as well as Woodstock. Also low 60s, Culpeper, Fredericksburg too. Manassas and Waldorf, you're also coming in right at 66 degrees. We do this cold front has draped over the region. We'll continue to push its way farther south and east. However, we'll still be seeing those temperatures climbing later on this afternoon, back in the mid to upper 70s. Visibility has been reduced. Just checking in with this just for a second. 2 miles of visibility in Leesburg, about a mile in Culpeper. So in those two locations, please take it slow on your travels. Highs today, though, as I had mentioned, will be another warm one out there, mid to upper 70s. But tomorrow, it's back to normal, back to right around 60 as we get towards tomorrow afternoon. But at least we'll have the sunshine for Election Day. More details looking towards the rest of that 7-day coming up. But right now, I do want to toss it over to Katie Ree with the very latest on traffic. How's it looking right now?
Well, we're looking pretty good, except for that incident. We just got this into our newsroom. As you can see, right behind me, there's a whole bunch of cars backing up. Everything but that express lane is moving. And then that traffic is dropping all the way from US 50 all the way down there to North Springfield. This one's on 495 northbound. You have an accident. That left lane is blocked. So build in that extra time or just bite the bullet and use that easy pass lane for a second. Now, we're going to look around the rest of Northern Virginia. That's the only incident that we're really seeing, albeit one up there on 29, and we'll check in with that one in just a bit. But looking around the rest of our capital region, we're looking pretty good, pretty clear, albeit all that traffic on 495, guys.
All right, Katie, thank you. Your time right now is 6:02. This morning, students at Hutchinson Elementary School in Virginia are heading into the classroom after a shooting at the school yesterday.
Yeah, and police think they know who pulled the trigger. DC News Now's Joseph Olmo is there live with the details this morning. Good morning. Could you walk us through what happened?
Yeah, Shanika, good morning to you. Right now, the good news is we know that nobody was hurt in the shooting. What we don't know is if there were any kids or anybody else inside of Hutchinson Elementary School or even outside. The chase for this suspect, listen to this, started behind Hutchinson Elementary School. The suspect went through a wooded area and onto the busy Dulles Toll Road. So here's what happened. I want you guys to take a look at this map that we have so that way you can get a better picture of exactly where we are. Fairfax County Police say at around 4 yesterday afternoon, they get a call about shots ringing out at the school. They come here and find a group of men behind the school. One of them starts to run. Now on this map, you can see just how close the elementary school is to the busy Dulles Toll Road. That man, who police believe is the shooter, ran through those woods there and onto the highway.
Once that man got onto the Dulles Toll Road, he was struck by a vehicle. That vehicle remained on scene and the patient was listed in critical condition. He was ground transported to a local hospital where he's being treated for injuries that are still considered life-threatening.
Okay, so important to note here with the investigation, police say they did find a gun in that wooded area that they believe is the shooter's. The big question this morning, what's school going to look like today at Hutchinson Elementary? Are they going to go back to business as normal, or is there going to be some sort of increased security at the school? I can tell you right now, of course, the first bell hasn't rung yet, but there's no sense of any police activity outside of the school here. That's a question we're going to be asking police and school officials, and once we get the answer, we'll bring it to you live right here on DC News Now. Reporting in Herndon, I'm Joseph Olmo, DC News Now.
It's a disturbing trend to see so many of our youth being involved in these petty disputes where they end up introducing a firearm into this equation, and then for some reason think that it makes sense to kill the problem, to kill whoever the young man is. And so we definitely got to do something about that as a community.
You heard there from Assistant DC Police Chief Andre Wright after the first of 3 shootings this weekend that involved children. In total, 5 teens were shot between Friday and Sunday. One of them, a 15-year-old, was killed.
And that violent streak started Friday evening. That is when police say a 15-year-old boy was killed in a targeted shooting. It happened outside the Washington Convention Center near 9th and L Streets. We're told police found the teenager with multiple gunshot wounds. The teen died at the hospital. Then Saturday evening, police responded to O Street in Northwest at around 5:30. This is a live picture at the scene this morning, the same area where that shooting took place. That is where they say 2 teenage boys were shot. Both boys were taken to the hospital. And then yesterday afternoon, 2 more teens were found shot off First Street and Navy Yard. That's Southwest. Both were taken to the hospital and are expected to be okay. We are following up on all of these incidents and will bring you the very latest, both online and on air.
Developing this morning, a woman in Frederick County was taken to the hospital after being shot in the leg in a road rage incident. Maryland police say the shots were fired on I-270 last night. The victim claims the other driver was flashing high beams behind her before switching lanes and pulling out a gun. Maryland police do not have a description of the suspect or vehicle at this time.
And we're your local election headquarters, and as candidates hit the ground for last-minute votes, President Biden also pushing to get people out to the polls. He is expected to make one last stop campaigning for Maryland gubernatorial candidate Wes Moore. That event will take place at Bowie State University today. And with just over 24 hours until voters can get out to cast their Election Day ballots, both candidates looking to be Maryland's next governor had some busy weekends.
So what have we seen from the 2 candidates in the final weekend? Moore spent Sunday visiting churches and talking with voters in Prince George's County. Moore says if his running mate Aruna Miller are elected, he and his running mate, Aruna Miller, if they're elected, he wants to take quick steps to fix issues families are facing.
So many of the challenges that families are facing right now that they're just asking that we move with a sense of urgency to address, that we did. And we could build a government that is truly of the people, by the people, and for the people. That is what what we want to be our greatest legacy.
Again, Moore will be joined tonight by President Biden in Bowie, Maryland. And on the Republican side, Delegate Dan Cox, an underdog in this race, was out with his campaign team this weekend, stopping at local businesses to shore up support. Our Michaela Newton also caught up with the delegate at a rally in Frederick County on Saturday night. He predicts that the polls will be wrong and that he'll win in an upset.
The momentum is on our side, and we've seen it. We've seen the swing voters turn our way in a huge way. And we see that we have the numbers, and we see that Wes Moore didn't have the numbers that he needed to have to, to turn out for the, the early vote. So when you see that the people of Maryland care about their freedoms.
Early voting data suggests a surge in Republican participation this year. Now, in response, Cox said yesterday Joe Biden, quote, is not holding his final election event in Maryland for no reason. The Democrats are worried about this race, and they should be.
Meantime, on the national stage, President Biden and former President Donald Trump both campaigned in Pennsylvania over the weekend before splitting off to different states. Now, former President Donald Trump went to Miami yesterday in support of Senator Marco Rubio. Rubio is predicted to defeat his challenger, Val Demings. The former president also highlighting Hispanic and Latino support for Republicans.
The socialist, communist, and Marxist direction of the radical Democrat Party is one of the biggest reasons that Hispanic Americans are joining our movement by the millions and millions and millions and so many again. Millions and millions.
Trump also made comments suggesting a run for president in 2024. That announcement is expected to come after the midterms. Meantime, President Biden campaigned for Governor Kathy Hochul in New York yesterday. The president continued to blast the MAGA wing of the Republican Party that Trump created while touting his administration's job numbers and vaccination initiatives. The president calling out Governor Hochul's opponent, Lee Zeldin, as one of the many election deniers on the ballot this year.
Democracy is literally on the ballot. I've been making this case since I ran. You know, there are more than 300 Republican candidates for state, local, and federal office who are election deniers, who say that I did not win the election, even though the hundreds of attempts to challenge that have all failed, even in Republican courts.
And Saturday, President Biden was joined by former President Barack Obama for a rally in Philadelphia for Democrat John Fetterman. Obama warned the midterms are always hard for the party in the White House and said the only way to make democracy stronger is to fight for it. The Pennsylvania Senate race could decide the Senate majority.
And the coverage doesn't stop here. Keep it here with DC News Now all morning long for the very latest local election coverage. In our next half hour, we break down the DC mayoral election, ballot questions in Prince George's County, and the impact of the election on big changes at Twitter. This morning, some metro stations in Northern Virginia are back open again for 8 weeks now. Every single metro station south of Reagan National Airport has been closed. 6 stations along the blue and yellow lines are back up and running again before the closures. Many of those commuters would be able to just take a train to work or school. But once the 6 stations shut down in September, people needed to take shuttle buses and then trains to get to their destination.
All right, your time right now with 6:11. A tough break for the Commanders this weekend. The team suffering their first loss in more than a month yesterday, falling to the Vikings 20-17. And despite leading by 10 in the fourth quarter, Taylor Heinicke threw a key interception, and the offense went 3 and out on their final possession. That led to the Vikings scoring 13 unanswered points, and the Commanders blowing the lead. Game Night's Brandy Flores and Alex Flum breaking down how the team can bounce back and compete in a stacked division.
The Commanders' defense has been the only thing to turn really itself around. But I want to ask you, Alex, we know defense wins championships, but right now the offense is really up in the air. The running game today didn't get going like they really would have wanted to with Brian Robinson back there as well with Curtis Samuel. But I want to know, in your opinion, if the defense, Chase Young comes back, the defense continues to perform, will the offense be able to do enough, even if Carson Wentz comes back, to win more games?
Well, first off, we don't know if it'll be Carson Wentz or Taylor Heinicke going forward. That'll be interesting to see even when Carson Wentz comes back. But the thing is, the defense seems to be getting their job done. They just need to keep it up, and I think Chase Young would help once he comes back. The thing is, this offense, just about every game, they're around that 17, 20-point mark, somewhere in that range. If they can add in one more touchdown every game, I think that just gives them an even better chance. But we talk about next week, the Philadelphia Eagles. That offense is looking better than just about anyone in the league, and they're undefeated. So this Commanders offense is going to need to step up to keep up with them next week.
All right, you can watch Game Night each night at 11 o'clock right here on DC News Now.